Welcome everybody to Red Fox Gaming. We are starting a brand new series. This is going to be Choose Your Own Shenanigans, and we are going to be reading through some cool adventure books, which I'm actually super excited about because I have been looking for these books for a super long time, and I'm a big nerd, and I have them now, and they're mine, and I'm excited. Today we're going to be reading through one of the Sonic the Hedgehog adventure game books. These were published in the 90s. They're essentially choose your own adventure books, but you have to roll dice to get through them. Basically, you have certain skills. Sonic has certain skills, and you have to beat your way through this book. Apparently, it's actually very hard to do. I've heard a few other podcasts try it and fail epically, so we're going to see how this goes. I have Ro with me, and I've got Eco with me, and they're going to try to help me not die.
Ooh, not dying.
It will not work.
You know what? It probably won't. But that's okay. Alright, so we're going to start with book 1. It is Sonic the Hedgehog Adventure Gamebook 1, City Mayhem by James Wallis. So the intro, I'm just going to read a quick bit of the intro here. It says, "This is not a normal book. It's a game book. You don't read through it like a normal book, starting at the first page and ending at the last. Instead, Metal City Mayhem lets you decide how Sonic and Tails will solve puzzles, collect rings, defeat their enemies, release their friends, and put an end to the sinister schemes of Dr. Robotnik. If you make the right choices, they'll win. If you make the wrong choices, well, that's too horrible to think about." So we're going to try this. The first thing we need to do is Sonic and Tails have a stat list of their various skills. So we see here that Sonic has speed, strength, agility, coolness, quick wits, cool looks. And we have to decide a number to assign to each of these skills. And that is the number we will then use to try to get through the puzzles and things that we come across. So it says here, so there are 6 skills. Beside them, you can see that the description of each skill. So we have to pick first Sonic's best skill, and whichever one we think is his best, that one gets a number 5. So what do we think Sonic's best skill should be?
Should be or is, according to the games that I've played?
I mean, we get to decide. So, I mean, if we wanted his best skill to be cool looks, we could do that.
I think speed.
I agree, speed.
I tend to lead towards speed as well because, I mean, it's Sonic, guys. Come on.
What would
we
you
have a limit?
What do you think he is? Knuckles?
Right. Do we have a what now? A limit, you said?
We have a limit for how many numbers we have, or is it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's it?
Basically, it says it'll count down. So basically, his best skill, we put in a 5. The next best skill gets a 4. The third best gets a 3. And then all the rest get 2s. Is how it wants us to do it.
Oh.
So we want to say 5 for the speed, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do a 5 on that one. And then what is his next best skill, do we think? Which one gets the 4?
I would think agility. He's really
jumpy and stuff, yeah.
Sometimes he likes to taunt people.
He does. That is true. I would call... Ooh, taunting could be quick wits, but it could also be coolness. It's hard to say. It's a little bit of both. I don't know. I kind of think agility might be his next best skill too, though. That might come in handy, being able to be very agile. We might need to climb or jump or do something.
Dodge.
Dodge, yeah.
Dodging is good.
Yeah,
It's very dodgy.
So we'll do a 4 on agility. And then which one should get a 3? Maybe
Coolness?
he is pretty
I
cool.
think coolness sounds good.
Sonic is pretty cool. We'll do 3 here, and then the rest of these get a 2. 2, 2, 2. Okay. So that is our stats. We have 3 lives to get through this. Basically it works just like the games. If we get hit and we have rings, then we'll lose our rings, but we won't lose a life. If we get hit and we have no rings, we'll lose a life. If we lose all of our lives, then it's game over and we suck. I know that this particular book is like based in the world of the Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon, not the adventure of Sonic the Hedgehog. They both aired like about the same time, but this was the one that has like Princess Sally in it, and it was always more like on the dark side. It was like more serious almost. Still had jokes and stuff, but
Kind of like the bad future of Sonic CD.
yeah, kind of. Honestly, yeah. So that's the world that this one takes place in. In fact, I think we actually may come across some of those characters. I know Tails is in this, but I don't know about anybody else.
Maybe Knuckles.
No Knuckles. I don't think there's any Knuckles in this book. Knuckles. I don't remember Knuckles being in that cartoon at all. Actually,
This is my favorite. He's cool.
Knuckles. I mean, I think
He's funny.
I think Sonic the Hedgehog. This particular series only went for like a year, I believe. It was like basically one season, and then it ended. It's my favorite Sonic series, so I'm excited. But I don't think it ever had Knuckles in it. I don't remember him being in it at all. But anyway, so I guess we're gonna start. Unless everybody else wants to have any questions or anything like that.
Nope.
Alrighty. Well, here we go then. We do have the first page actually has a picture of Sonic chilling. Let me.
Of course, it has to start with. Of course, it has to start with him chilling out, and then things going bad.
Of course, it has to.
That's basically the theme of every Sonic game.
If I can show you guys really quick the picture that it starts with.
Haha, very nice.
So Sonic chilling out with his Sonic Game Gear.
That's coloring book quality.
Playing Sonic
Right?
Game Boy.
So any of you folks that were not born in the 80s, 90s, Sonic Game Gear, man, that was where it was at. Like you were cool if you had one of those. And we all know
Yeah,
Sonic.
I
is
did
cool.
not have one of those.
You know what? I didn't either, but I knew people that did, and man, they were cool.
Of course, I don't.
Dude, that was way before your time. Alrighty. So it's a quiet afternoon in Green Hill Zone. The only sounds are the breezes rustling the leaves of the trees, the splashing of the waterfalls, some strange clanking noises in the distance, and a series of small electronic bleeps, crashes, and explosions as Sonic the Hedgehog sits on a rock, playing Botman on his Sega Game Gear. He borrowed the Botman cartridge from his piggy friend, Porker Harris, this morning, and has been playing it all day without a break. He's almost finished it as well, except he just can't work out how to beat the huge Technobot at the end of level 6. Whatever he tries, the Technobot stomps on him every time. Eventually, Sonic's stomach rumbles, and he realizes that he hasn't eaten since breakfast. He switches the Game Gear off, grabs a burger and large fries from his metal sandwich box, and tucks in. 5 minutes later, he's finished, but hasn't come up with any good ideas about the Technobot, except for one, asking Porker Harris what to do. Porker's the only one in the Green Hill Zone who has finished the game. It took him 6 weeks. Pig's trotters aren't too good for controlling the Game Gear. But he did it in the end, and that means he must have beaten the Technobot. Sonic is almost too proud to go and ask his friend's advice, but Porker is a good friend, and besides, it's only a video game, not the end of the world. Sonic stands up, puts his Game Gear in his sandwich box, and sprints off through Green Hill Zone to look for Porker. The zone is still littered with a lot of the junk that Dr. Ivo Robotnik left here after the last time he tried to take over the world. But the spikes, springs, smashed robots, and traps are all rusting and falling apart, with grass and bushes growing over them. The place is a mess, but it's Sonic's home, and he's fond of it. There's no sign of Porker anywhere. As Sonic stops and looks around, he realizes that he can't see any of his other friends either. The whole zone seems deserted and silent, with no bird song or sounds of animals at play. Even the waterfall seems quieter, and, strangest of all, the background music has completely stopped.
Wait, background music? Oh gosh.
Breaking the fourth wall a little bit there, Sonic. I lost my place. Okay. It's very eerie, and Sonic begins to get an uncomfortable, prickly feeling down his back that has nothing to do with his spikes. He comes around the edge of one of the cliffs and stops. In front of him is a scene of destruction. Trees have been uprooted, bridges smashed, and huge scars carved into the earth. And still, there's no sign of anyone or any movement. What's going on? Sonic turns around and looks out of the pages of the book straight at you. "Hey, pal," he says. "It's good to see you. You're supposed to be the one with all the bright ideas around here. What do you think I should do?"
Wait, hold on, what the hell?
If you think Sonic should search the torn up area for the clue about where his friends might be, turn to section 66. If you think he should find some of Dr. Robotnik's old devices and try to use those to help him, turn to section 119. But if you think he should stop rushing around and spend a while thinking about the problem, turn to 173. So what should we do first, guys? Should we search the area? Should we find some old Dr. Robotnik stuff? Or should we just stand around and think about it?
I like searching for clues.
Well, if Sonic's thinking about using the old Eggman parts to build something like a robot, then I think that would be a Tails thing. So yeah, I'll search.
We'll search first? Okay. So we'll turn to section 66. Where is 66? Nope, I'm going to hold our place back here just in case we die and have to come back. Alright. Sonic has never seen any part of the zone damaged this badly before. Not even during Robotnik's last takeover attempt. Something has really torn it up. Everything is wrecked. Smashed branches and broken trees, huge clods of earth and rocks pounded into gravel and mud. Trodden into the dirt is a single gold ring. Sonic scrapes the mud off of it and puts it in his pocket. Okay, so we have one ring now.
One ring.
So we add... I'll just do tally marks for the rings. How about that? Make that easier. Alright, so we have one ring. Then he notices that whatever has trodden down the ring has left a large square footprint in the earth. There's a trail of them heading north. If you think Sonic should follow the footprints, turn to page 147. If you think he should stop and think about things for a while, turn to 173. If he hasn't tried any of the old equipment lying around the zone yet, and you think it would be a good idea, turn to 119. So should we follow the footprints, think about it for a while, or take a look at the old equipment lying around?
Things would probably get worse if Sonic just waits around doing nothing.
I tend to agree.
Thinking. I think we should follow the footprints. It's best to know the enemy.
I agree. I'm a little concerned that we only have one ring, but one ring is better than no ring, so
It
move
is.
forward.
I kind of want to check the old equipment, because, like, what if we find something there that we need?
Oh, that's a good point.
Before going after baddies, you know? I definitely think thinking about it is a bad thing.
I agree. I think maybe a little bit of equipment wouldn't hurt, but as long as it doesn't take too long.
Yeah. What do you think, Ego? You'll be the deciding vote. Should we go after the footprints, or should we go for the old equipment?
Well, same reasons as last time. If Sonic's thinking about making a weapon out of the robot parts, one, it's either not gonna work, and two, Sonic is not much of a thinker and inventor. Mostly Tails is.
Correct. But it doesn't say necessarily that he's going to try to build something, just that he's going to look through it. So, like, what if we find, like, an extra life or something like that? You know what I mean? Because remember in the games, like, you'd find in, like, the old computers and stuff, you'd find, like, a shield or, like, you know, extra rings or something like that.
Yeah, maybe such.
I mean, I don't know if that's how this is going to work, but we might.
Worth a shot. And this is the second time it brought up the old equipment, so that tells me that the book is pointing at something.
I kind of think that too. So, okay, so we'll do that. So we'll go to 119 then. We'll check out the old equipment. Let's see. Okay. Sonic hunts around. A lot of the equipment has been destroyed or rusted away since Robotnik last tried to take over the world of Mobius. But there are still one or two items that work, if Sonic can find them. After a few minutes, he has found a spring hidden in the fronds of a palm tree, and one of Robotnik's computer screens, built and installed around the zones in the days when he was still the meek and kindly Dr. Ovi Kintober. Sonic knows that many of these computers contain hidden items, which may help him in his adventure. If you think Sonic should jump on the spring, catapulting him high into the air, turn to section 59. If you think he should look at the computer screen, turn to 141.
141.
What do you think, Ego? Should he look at the computer screen?
We should check the computer screen, because the spring might just give away his position.
Good point. Okay.
And also, plus, it's good to have some items before you go out into the unknown.
Very true. All right, so we're going to look at the computer screen. 141. Okay, so it says Sonic wipes the mud from the computer's screen. It seems to be working and is actually turned on. It's humming, and there are words on the screen. Sonic bends to read them. Enter your password. If Sonic is going to try a password, turn to 21. If he wants to smash the computer and get whatever's inside, turn to 255.
I mean, he always smashes computers, so why not try Why not try the same logic?
You know what? You're not
Yeah,
wrong.
I've never heard of a password on these things.
Right? Okay, so we're going to smash it?
Smash it.
Let's smash it.
Besides, since when has Sonic ever tried to solve a password?
You know, you got a point there. 255. Where is that? Okay. Sonic backs off a few paces, runs up, jumps, spins in the air, bouncing precisely off the top of the computer. It goes and blows up in a shower of sparks. Inside are 10 glittering gold rings. Sonic
it's a
takes
10
them.
ring spark.
Ooh, all right, we got 10 rings. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So draw
7,
an X,
8,
an X to represent
9, 10. 10 rings. Rock on. Good call, smashing the computer.
Woo.
All right, so now he wonders what to do. If you think he should search the wrecked part of the zone, turn to section 66. If he hasn't used the spring yet and you think he should, turn to section 59. If he ought to sit down and think about things, turn to section 173. So we already searched the zone, but we can do that again and find the footprints again, or we can use the spring.
I like the spring.
Yeah, I tried to scout the area.
Good point. All right, 59. Where's 59? There's a whole lot of back and forth in this thing. This is kind of cool. Okay. Sonic knocks the spring down from the tree, takes a running leap at it, and is fired high into the sky like a streak of blue lightning. He soars way above the level of the trees, and as he reaches the top of his jump, twists to look all around him. The zone is deserted. There's no sign of anyone. The churned up area stretches to the north, and at the edge of the horizon, Sonic just glimpses a flash as the sunlight reflects off of something metallic. Then gravity catches him and pulls him back down. Wait, what was that? Something in the wreckage? Sonic aims for the spring and is fired back into the air. Yes, he did see something. It's Tails, battling with two bronze egg-shaped robots. He's putting up quite a fight, but the robots are tough foes. Sonic thinks about shouting to his friend, but decides not to. Instead, he lands beside the spring and wonders about his next move. If Sonic should go help Tails, turn to page 147. If he should search around the rest of the wrecked area, turn to 66. If he hasn't looked at the computer screen yet and wants to, turn to page 141.
Well, Tails.
Isn't the computer screen destroyed because we smashed it?
Probably, yes. So we've already done the
Finished
computer
that one.
screen. Yeah, and we already searched the area, so yeah, we gotta go save Tails.
Gotta go save Tails.
Yeah.
So 147. Let's see.
Since the background music stopped officially, I can't do a little thingy song whenever we're flipping back and forth.
Right. All right. 147. It said 147, 149. Oh crap! Now I can't remember.
Try 147 and then try 149 if it doesn't make any sense.
Right. Okay, 147 I think is right. Okay. Sonic sprints northwards along the trail of devastation. Soon he hears the sound of a familiar voice calling, "Help! Anyone! Help me!" Mixed with clanks and thuds. It's Miles Prower, better known as Miles the Fox, or Tails to his friends. And it sounds like he's in trouble. Sonic slows down and watches from behind a rock to see what's going on. Two bronze robots are holding the fox up by his twin tails, and poor Tails is swinging between them, trying to thump their metal bodies and shouting for help. Sonic knows he has to help his little buddy, but he's not sure how. Do you think he should attack the robots with his supersonic spin attack, shout to distract them, or follow the robots and their captive to see where they're going?
Supersonic spin attack.
Smash him.
All right, we're going to smash him. We're going page 7 to smash.
Besides, I think Sonic usually just goes for the action.
You know what? It's true. Besides, we might actually get to roll a dice now. All right, let's see here. Sonic realizes that there's no time to waste, and he rushes straight into the fight, leaping into the air and rolling himself into a whirling blur of spikes for a supersonic spin attack. These robots each have a rating of 5, and Sonic will be using his speed ability to fight them. Tails is too exhausted to help. Roll 1 die, add Sonic's speed. If the result is 5 or more, the first robot is smashed. If it's less than 5, Sonic has missed, and the robot gets a chance to fight back.
So Sonic's speed is 5. Do we even need to roll a die, or do we want to just roll it just for fun?
We can roll it just for fun, but I think you're right. I think since we're already 5, that we automatically win.
Let's see how massively we clobber these things.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to roll. Hold on. We got a 3. So that's an 8. We got an 8. So yeah, we completely destroy them. Or at least the first robot, because there's 2. So let's see.
Wait, did you destroy the one holding Tails?
They're both holding Tails, so
Uh,
he's not free yet. Let's see.
but now
So,
we reduced the pain that Tails is having.
that's true. It says, once Sonic has defeated the first robot, he must attack the second one in the same way. Once both robots are beaten, we can turn to the next page. So, okay, we got to try the next robot, which is, we still have a 5, so we'll roll again to see how bad it goes. Ooh, we got a 6 that time!
Ooh.
So this
Smashed
one's
to
even more
smithereens.
fun. Smithereens, I tell you. Smithereens! Alright, so they're both down. So we go to page 222. Where are you? Oop, that's
Doo-doo.
okay. The second robot explodes in a shower of diodes and bits and printed circuits. Sonic stands in the wreckage looking at it. That's odd, he thinks. Robotnik usually traps living creatures inside his robots, but these ones were machines. That means I don't have to be so careful next time I smash some. Tails groans from the puddle where the robots dropped him. He's looking very muddy and sorry for himself. Sonic can either talk to him, or he can search the bits of destroyed robot.
We should talk to him first and maybe search in a minute. Tails looks
Right?
kind of down.
I think Sonic, yes, Sonic always helps his little buddy.
He does. And I mean, if you think about it, if we're following this particular Sonic lore, like Sonic's about 15, but Tails is like 8. So it's like a little 8-year-old got dropped into a puddle. We gotta
Poor
help
little
our little
guy.
buddy. Okay. Sonic looks down at his muddy pal. How are you, muddy pal? He asks. Tails groans and stands up. I'm okay, I think, he replies. Thanks for saving me. You're a true friend. Sonic isn't the blushing type. No problem, he says. When you save the planet Mobius as often as I have, rescuing a pal is everyday stuff. So where were the robots taking you? Tails squeezes the mud from his tails and fluffs them back into shape. They were headed north, towards that new city you've heard about. Sonic is puzzled by this because he hasn't heard about any new city. He can ask Tails to tell him more about it, search the wreckage of the robots if he hasn't already, or decide that there's no time to waste and head north now. So what do we think?
One more.
Can't search the wreckage. It's too late.
No, we can. We can ask Tails to tell us more about the city, or we can search the wreckage, or we can just head north now.
You know what? I'm with Jack. Let's go north.
No, I said learn more.
Oh,
Yeah, he
learn
wanted to-
more.
Yeah, he wanted to talk to Tails and learn more about the city.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, let's do that. Hopefully we can still search the wreckage afterwards.
Hopefully.
So we gotta go page 35. Okay. Sonic is puzzled. New city? What new city? Tails sighs. You've been playing some new video game or other, haven't you? There's been a lot of building up that way. Bangs and clanking noises going on night and day. Nobody knows who's doing it. Some animals went up to have a look, but they haven't come back. We were getting worried. Then all these robots showed up, trashed the zone, and carried everyone off. If you're going to investigate, can I come too? Huh? Please? Huh? Sonic nods, and the two friends set off. After a while, they reached the walls of the city that Tails had talked about. Oh no, we can't search the wreckage anymore.
Aw.
Oh well. Hopefully we didn't need anything in there. Alright, so we gotta go to page 289. I guess if we die, we can just try again. We'll search the wreckage that time.
God.
Oh, 289. Come on. Oh, nope, too far. Nope, that's 298. Hot dyslexic moment. 289. Okay. The city walls are made of a gleaming silvery metal. They're not straight, but at a slight angle. Set into them are two huge steel doors. Each door is 30 times the height of Sonic or Tails, and they are firmly shut. Above the doors is a massive sign which announces Robotropolis. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here, and that goes double for hedgehogs. There is no obvious way in, but next to the doors is a slot like the ones in the chests of the robots that kidnapped Tails. Sonic and Tails can try to sprint up the city walls. They can try to burrow under the foundations. They can plug a cartridge into the slot beside the door, or they can knock on the door.
I guess search the wreckage because we don't have any cartridges.
Well, we have our Botman cartridge.
Oh.
I wonder if that would do anything.
Try it, but then we gotta get another one.
I think we should
Yeah.
search the wreckage. Because there's a if we go in, there's a chance we may not see anymore.
Yeah, I know, but we can't search the wreckage anymore. We already passed that. It doesn't let us go back.
Oh.
All we can do now is we can try and run up the side of the walls. We can try to dig under the walls. We can try to put our Botman cartridge into the door, or we can try to knock on the door.
Let's try the Botman cartridge. I'm curious.
Botman.
Yeah, I'm kind of
Okay,
curious
definitely.
myself.
If it opens, then this is a real life version of that game.
Right? So 126. Alright, Sonic examines the slot. It looks as if a Game Gear cartridge, or possibly the cartridges that the robots had in their chests, would fit into it, but there's no telling what it would do. If you want Sonic to put the Botman cartridge into the slot, turn to section 90. Okay, so we don't have any other cartridges, so we can either put Botman in there, or we can knock on the door or dig under the wall.
Try the cartridge.
Okay, so we'll try the cartridge. We have 90. Go to page 90. Yep, that's too far. Sonic presses the Botman cartridge into the slot. For a second, nothing happens. Then the Botman theme music starts playing. A bit wobbly and unsteady for a moment, then it gets louder and stronger. A thin wisp of smoke comes from the cartridge. Uh-oh. Roll on Sonic's quick wits to beat a 6.
Ooh.
Oh, our quick wits are not good.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna roll. See what we got here. Oh, we got a 4.
Got a
we
6.
We did it.
Ooh.
Okay. That was scary. If Sonic succeeds, then he snatches the cartridge from the slot just in time. It's hot, but undamaged. Ooh, if we would have failed, then the cartridge would have caught fire, jamming the slot with melted plastic and circuitry. Whew, we saved it.
Wow.
And we would have lost the cartridge.
Would have owed Porker a new one.
Yeah. So it says if the slot is unjammed and Sonic has another cartridge, he can try the slot, which we don't have any more cartridges. So now all we can do is either knock on the doors, dig under the walls, or try running up the walls.
Gonna be honest, since when did Sonic knock on a door to a giant metal city?
Right?
I mean, it might make a nice metallic tone, like a drum, but let's run up the walls.
It's Sonic. He's the speed guy, right? That's what he does. So 110. We'll try running up the wall. Alright. Sonic takes a run up and lands on the slight slope of the city walls, his feet moving as fast as they can. At first, it seems as if he's getting somewhere, but the metal is just too steep and too slippery. But after a minute, he gives up and lets himself slide back to the bottom. Not bad, says Tails. Not good either, Sonic replies. We'll have to try something else. If the duo
Wait, why can't
what?
why can't he just fly us up there like he did in other games?
Right? Tails, man, you're slacking. So if it says if the duo haven't tried tunneling their way in and you think they should, we can either do that or we can knock on the door. That's the 2 slots we got left.
We don't exactly have Knuckles with us, so tunneling is going to take a while, but we can try. A nice soft spot.
Yeah, we could try tunneling. What do you think, Eco?
Dig.
All right, let's dig.
Tonna dig another tonna.
39. Okay. This is a job for me, says Tails. He tests the ground around the base of the wall for softness, then dives in. Head first. All Sonic can see are flying forepaws and clods of earth hurtling through the air. Ow! The dirt stops flying and Tails stands up in the hole he has dug, rubbing his nose. It's no good. There's more metal down here, buried under the ground. I can't get through it. We'll have to find another way in.
I expected
All right.
that.
Knock the
We are
door.
left. I also say we're left with knocking on the door. That's all we got left.
Bong, bong, bong.
Okay, knocking on the huge metal doors. Okay, so 279. That's all we got left, folks.
Knock the door and then charge up a spin dash, and when they open
Right?
the door, just smash them.
279. Where are you? There we go. All right. Sonic hammers on the doors. One of them opens just enough for a robotic eye on a stalk to peer out. Intruders, rumbles a voice from inside. The eye spots Sonic and Tails. Intruders! Intruders! The door opens further, and 3 bronze robots rush out, each with a cartridge reading "Eggs Terminate" implanted in its chest. They look ready for a fight. Roll against Sonic. Says we have to roll against Sonic's agility rating to beat a 7.
Agility, not speed?
Not speed. I think it's because they're attacking quickly. So we have to beat a 7. We have a 4. So we need at least a 3 or higher. And we got a 2.
Oh.
We fail. All right.
Those rings.
Oh, the rings!
Probably. Let's see here. If you fail the roll, or if Sonic or Tails would prefer to fight, turn to 77. Okay, so we can't dodge and get into the city. If we would have succeeded, we could have dodged past them and just like run into the city. But we fail, so now we have to fight. So we're going to page 77.
We lost our rings yet.
We've not lost our rings yet. We're doing okay. Okay. The 3 robots each have a rating of 7, and Sonic must use his strength rating to fight them. Oh, our strength is very bad.
Strength?
So we have to get a 5 or a 6 to beat these guys.
Boy.
And there's 3 of them. Oh my gosh. Okay. He must beat each guard bot before attacking the next one. If Sonic loses a life here, go back to section 289. If he and Tails beat the guard bots, Sonic is able to grab one of their cartridges before the 2 heroes will dash into the city. All right. Here we go. Roll number 1. Oh, that was a 1.
Ooh. There's a lot of our
Holy
rings.
cannoli. Yeah, so we lost our rings.
No!
Yep. Lost our rings. This is not going well. No more rings. All right, we're going to try again. Oh, that's a 5. We did it.
5?
So that's a 7. So we got a 7. So okay, 1's down. We have 2 more to go.
Can we get its cartridge, or do we just have to fight?
Oh. We have Tails with us.
Oh yeah, we get a +3.
We get an extra 3 points, yeah. So what did we roll before? A 1?
We rolled a 1.
Oh, that was still a 6. We still lost. Okay. But we got it this time. So
So
we
with
need
tails,
at least a 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 or higher. So that's okay, that's good. Maybe we can do this. Okay, that's a 4. Okay, we got it.
Okay.
So
Down.
2 robots down. We need 1 more. Oh, frickin' that was a 1. All right, we lost the life.
We are dead.
Yeah, 1 life down. So that means we have to go back to section 289.
We can't even.
No, it says when you lose it. It's like when you lose a life and you have to go back like to the last checkpoint or whatever. Yeah. Dang, we were doing so good. $289. Okay. Okay, so we're standing in front of the city gates again.
Oh, we can't go back a little further and get those cartridges?
No, sadly.
We should have not checked that checkpoint.
I know. I know, right? So, okay, all we can do is try and run up the walls. We can't do anything. We've tried everything. We don't have any other
Destroy the
cartridges.
checkpoint.
I mean, yeah, basically. The only thing we can do is knock on the door and then like start this whole fight over again. And we have no rings this time.
Yeah, that's bad news.
But maybe we could do better on the agility and actually get past them and run into the city this time.
And can we add Tails' agility to that? Or is it just Sonic's agility?
You know what? It didn't say. Let's try. Let's knock on the door. So 279. I mean, it's the only thing we can do anyway. We know the other things are not going to work, so.
And if this just doesn't work, I say we'd go back to the previous checkpoint. We'd do a reload.
It doesn't say that we can add tails. But didn't
During
the
a non-fight?
beginning say that? Yeah, during a non-fight. I thought we could add tail stuff, though. I guess it'll tell us if we can or can't. Yeah, I guess it'll tell us if we can or can't. Okay. So the door opened. The 3 robots just came out. We have to beat a 7 with agility to get past them. So we need at least a 3 or higher. Come on, let us get in the city this time. That's a 3!
Woo!
All right. So we managed to get past them. We don't have to fight them. That's fantastic. Okay, so if you succeed, Sonic and Tails dodge past the robots and into the city. So we go to page 30.
Now on, whenever we see anything that says search for wreckage, we'll search the wreckage.
Right? We're not going to skip any wreckage this time. All right. The 2 animals sprint into the city, and the huge gates clash shut behind them. Like it or not, they're stuck inside. Sonic isn't quite sure what he's looking at. At first glance, it seems to be a huge city, or possibly a huge machine, or both at the same time. There are massive buildings that might be machines, and massive machines that might be buildings. There are structures and girders and devices and scaffolding and cogs and gears and beams and levers and conveyor belts and cranes and flashing lights and pulleys and hooks and the smells of molten metal and hot tar and wet cement and the sounds of clanging and thumping and grinding and digging and welding and scraping.
And geez, how many things are there?
Oh, that was a long sentence. Bronze robots scurry to and fro, carrying oddly shaped bits of metal that are grabbed by cranes and fitted into new buildings or new machines. Sonic can't tell. The robots ignore the Hedgehog and Fox, who watch the chaos and confusion with astonished eyes. Wow, breathes Sonic. Definitely, agrees Tails. Sonic tries to read the words on some of the robots' program cartridges. They seem to be a complete mixture, ranging from excavate through eggs change to egg it. One particularly funky robot seems to have a reg egg cartridge, But Sonic isn't sure whether he read that right. "Hey, look!" shouts Tails. "That one's got your name on it." Sonic follows his friend's pointing finger and sees a large silver robot with a cartridge marked Hedgehog. It looks menacing, and it's coming toward the animals. Other silver robots are following it. Should Sonic and Tails stand and fight, or run away?
Run!
I think we should run.
Use the speed!
Yeah. Fighting does not seem like a good plan. We have no rings. We only have 2 lives left.
I don't want to fight a Metal Sonic this early.
Right? No, thank you. All right. To run away, go to page 247.
I don't want this to turn out like how I first played Sonic CD.
Okay. Sonic and Tails zoom away from the silver robots, who speed up to follow. They're fast, and they know the layout of the city, whereas the fleeing friends don't. Several times, the duo turn a corner to find a pack of silver robots waiting for them. And several times, they are almost caught. Finally, with a pack of pursuers right behind them, they duck into an alleyway, only to find it's a dead end. Sonic screeches to a halt and looks at Tails. "Well, old pal," he says, stepping backwards, "looks like this is the end." The ground has opened underneath him, and he and Tails are plummeting down a long, twisting tube made of smooth metal. After a fall that seems like it lasts for a minute and a half, because it does, Sonic hits the floor first, and Tails bounces off his back. They are in a dark cell. Turn to page 101. Oh, this doesn't sound good.
I'm just thinking of
I did for once we go from a nice green hill to a giant metal mayhem.
Right? This is like scary. All right. The cell is damp, dark, and smells of old socks. Ew. It obviously hasn't been used for a while. A little light filters down from the hole in the ceiling, but otherwise the cell is unlit. There doesn't seem to be anything around. Sonic and Tails can search the room, or they can try to get back out the way they came in. Alternatively, if Sonic has the Exterminate cartridge, he can examine it closely. Well, we don't have that cartridge.
search the room, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, such.
Okay, so 158.
I don't know enough about the terminal velocity of Hedgehog to figure out how far they dropped if they've been dropping for a full minute and a half. That is hundreds of feet.
Well, and it sounds like they were sliding. That's the image I have in my head. So they weren't flat falling. I think they were sliding.
That's better.
All right.
Yeah, because if it was falling, then how are they even alive?
Seriously, right?
But then again, falling physics don't apply in the Sonic universe.
You know what? That's fair.
It's very fair.
All right.
In fact, most series have that feature.
Right. Searching the cell doesn't take long. It's completely empty. But in the darkest corner is a narrow tunnel that looks as if something has chewed through the metal walls. Sonic and Tails can explore it, or they can try to get out through the hole in the ceiling.
Explore.
Yeah, I think we should explore.
I mean, up and out is just silver robots. That's no good.
Exactly. I don't really want to go back that way if we can avoid it.
Besides, how would we even go back up there?
Yeah, exactly. If we fell for that long, it's not going to be easy to get back up.
If there was an option to take the spring, then yeah, it would be an option we could do.
Right? We should have brought the spring with us. Dang.
But I don't think you can even bring it.
No, probably not. All right.
If you could, that would definitely be a must.
Right. All right. I'll lead, Sonic says boldly. He crouches to enter the tunnel. Once inside, the roof gets higher, and the two can walk along comfortably, although it's almost totally dark. Something clanks ahead of them. "Robots!" whispered Sonic. "You chill here. I'll attack." "It didn't sound like a robot," whispers Tails. "It sounded like, well, just metal. It could be a friend of ours." "Nothing metal is a friend of mine," snaps Sonic. "Why not shout something before you attack?" Tails suggests. If you think Sonic is right, turn to page 115. If you think Tails is right, turn to page 212.
Let's discuss. We know that friends have been disappearing when they go into the city. We know that there are friends in there.
I mean, robots can talk in this game, so yeah, I'd believe Tails.
Yeah.
I think Tails might be right too.
Because robots have been talking, so why would robots make metal clanging sounds for noise if they could just talk?
Right. Well, and we like Rose said, we know that people have been disappearing in the city. So how do we know that they haven't been like turned into robots?
Or if they just fell in the same pit that the Tails and Sonic just fell down. They're trying to figure out how to get out too. I mean, it said the tunnel looked like it had been chewed. Robots don't chew.
It looks old, so maybe there's no robots in there.
That's true. All right, so we'll go with Tails being right. We'll go to page 212.
212.
If Robotnik is in this working for them, then he was definitely forced to do this crap.
Right? All right. Sonic thinks that calling a warning down the tunnel is soft, but he does it anyway. "Yo!" he bellows. "If you're a creature, we won't beat you. If you're a bot, you've had your lot."
What a joke.
Right? "Yo!" comes echoing back up the tunnel. "I'm the rat, and that's a fact, so don't attack or I'll fight back. You're in my home with its walls of chrome, so tell me swiftly, are you a friend or enemy?" Sonic turns to Tails. "We've met a bad poet," he said.
I mean,
"I'm a rapper, not a poet," shouts the voice.
he's a ratter.
That's so bad. "And my name's Boombox, the steel-plated rat. Good to meet you, excellent dudes." As he approaches, Sonic and Tails see that he's wearing bits of robot armor, which clank as he walks. Sonic and Tails tell Boombox why they're in the city, and he takes them to his hideout, deep in a maze of tunnels which he's dug across the city. The hideout is lined with things that Boombox has found. He tells the two adventurous animals to take anything they can use. Ooh, this could be good.
Ooh, rings?
Right? Sonic and Tails can take a total of 3 items between them. They can choose between a cartridge with Pterodactyl written on it, 6 rings, some candy bars, only a little bit chewed, says Boombox, a power-up shield. Oh, okay. The shield takes the place of the rings. So, like, if you get hit, you'll lose the shield first before you lose rings.
So basically, you get an extra hit.
Basically, yeah. Oh, and if we have the shield, it says enemies have to roll above a 12 to hit Sonic instead of 10. So that's cool. We can also take a comb, which boosts Sonic's coolness and good looks ratings by 1 point each. Or there's a computer with a blank screen. It says, "I don't know what's in that," says Boombox. If Sonic chooses the cartridge or the blank screen, turn to page 295. If not, you can choose to ask Boombox some questions.
I really like the idea of having both the ring and the super shield, power-up shield.
I think we should ask him how he got down here.
We can still, I think we can still ask him. Well, I don't know if we can ask him questions or not. I definitely think we should take the rings, and the shield sounds like a good idea too.
So the last
I'm
question is,
wondering-
do we want the TV or the cartridge? But I agree, we definitely need to talk to this dude first.
Well, and that's the problem, is that we have to, because first we have to decide on what we take, and if we take either the computer or the cartridge, it will automatically take us to a different page than the questions will. But something tells me we might need that cartridge. But I don't know. What do you guys think?
Can we go ahead and take the shield and the ring and then flip over to the cartridge page?
I agree.
Our coolness and our cool looks are not fabulous. I wonder if we're going to need those, because the comb could come in handy if that's the case. I don't know. What do you guys think? So we're definitely taking the rings, right?
Mhm.
So, okay, let's take the rings first. So that's, what is it, 6 rings. So 1, 2,
rings.
3, 4, 5, 6 rings. And we said we're definitely taking the shield, right?
I like the shield.
Okay, so we'll write down
Wait,
shield.
is it a specific shield? Is it like a regular shield, a bubble shield, flame shield?
It's just like the bubble shield, basically. It gives us a stronger armor class, essentially, if we're using D&D terms. And it will disappear before we lose our rings.
Does it make us bounce really high?
No, we can't bounce.
Then it's a regular shield.
But okay, so we'll take those 2 things, and then the other options we have is either that cartridge, some candy bars, a comb, or we can take the computer.
I really think we need that cartridge. There's probably an extra life in that. We need the cartridge more than that.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards the cartridge too. What do you think, Eco?
Cartridge!
Okay, so we'll take the cartridge also.
It feels like we've been playing it for a while because we're already in a metal thing, and usually that's a last level. It's so weird because we're just a few minutes in it, and we're already in a metal city.
Right? Write this down on our list here. They're taking the pterodactyl cartridge. I'm just going to write that on there. There we go. Alright, so it says, if you take the cartridge or the blank screen, turn to page 295. Maybe we can ask him questions afterwards.
I hope so.
I hope
Take
so
the
too.
cartridge first.
Alright, 295. There we go. Okay. If Sonic has chosen the pterodactyl cartridge, he plugs it into his Game Gear and sees this on his screen. It says, if robot equals silver, then proceed, else stop. Shields plus arms equal wings. Go to sky. Interesting.
Very interesting.
Wait, show this? If it says it shows this, then you gotta show it to us.
Well, I just read it to you. It's words, but I'll type it out so you guys can see it.
So, do we need to fly?
I don't know.
It's so confusing, and all I can think of is fly to the top of the map.
Right? And you were right. There is a bonus life in that monitor. If we would have broken the computer open, there's an extra life in there.
Well, we needed that cartridge.
Yeah, I have a feeling we need it too. All right. Now we can turn back to 212 and ask Boombot questions.
Yay!
Cool. Okay. So now we can ask. There's 4 different questions we can ask him. We can say, "Why are you here? Have you seen our friends? Who's running the city? Or why are you wearing the robot armor?"
Ask her if he's seen our friends.
Okay. You agree, bro?
Yeah.
Okay, so 106. Your friends? You mean other animals from outside like you? Says Boombox. I've seen one or two, but the robots have got them all. I don't know why. Do not meddle in the ways of robots, as my old dad used to say.
Little in
For
the
their,
ways.
for they are, right? For they are subtle and quick to the draw. Come to think of it, I know where one of them is. A rabbit. He's trapped in the same room as my girlfriend, Dancer. Could you help me free her?
Yeah.
If Sonic and Tails agreed to help, turn to page 123. If they'd rather continue questioning the rat, they can ask why he's in the city, who's running the city, or why he's wearing robot armor.
I think we should probably keep asking some questions, but I definitely want to help out.
Yeah, I kind of want to ask why he's in the city, or I don't know, who's running the city, or why is he in the city?
Who's running the city?
Or how he got into the city.
Hopefully, maybe we can do both, but which one should we do first?
I am leaning towards help him out.
We'll definitely help him out, but should we ask why he's here first, or who's running the city first?
I would like to know who's running the city, if that's okay to find
Yeah,
out.
I think we'll do that. All right, so we're going to ask him who is running the city.
Yeah.
So, who's running this joint? Asks Sonic. We've got mega-sized bone to pick with him. I don't know his name, replies Boombox, but I'd recognize him anywhere. He's twice your height, with lousy taste in clothes, a nasty orange mustache, an evil laugh you can hear a mile off, and he smells of eggs, rotten ones. Robotnik, says Sonic. I knew it. I wonder what crazy scheme he's cooked up this time. Okay, we can ask him another question. So, what are you doing here? Why are you wearing robot armor, or have you seen our friends?
What are you doing here?
Yeah, I agree. So 46. What are you doing here? Asked Sonic. We moved into the city when the city was still open, says the rat. Everything was cool then. But a couple of days ago, the robot closed the gates, and we're stuck here. Right now, I'm trying to free my girlfriend, Dancer. She's stuck in some weird room with some weird rabbit and a huge machine. And I was looking for something to get them out. Maybe you two are it. Sonic and Tails look at each other. That rabbit sounds like Johnny Lightfoot, says Tails. We've got to help him. If the two creatures go off to help their friend, turn to 123. Or they can ask Boombox why he's wearing robot armor.
I really need to know why he's wearing robot armor. I mean, it's kind of obvious.
Sure. 26. Let's see. Here we go. Why are you wearing that armor? Asked Tails. Hey, armor's cool. It's the latest thing from Fashion Victim Zone. Everybody'll be wearing them next year, said Boombox, laughing. Seriously, dude, the robots are programmed to ignore anything that looks like another robot. It's as if you're not there. You can't be completely safe in the city, but it helps a lot. If you see some armor, my advice is to pick it up. Good to know.
Good to know indeed.
All right, so we'll go back to the have you seen our friends, because that will trigger the going to help friends thing. So that was 106. Here we go. Okay, so if they agree to help, turn to page 123. Okay, we'll go to 123. Okay. The three set off down one of Boombox's tunnels, with Sonic and Tails following the rat. The tunnel twists and turns and finally ends at an opening high in the wall of a large room. Boombox, the first to look into the room, gasps aloud. "They're in there," he says, "but the machine's started, so you'll have to work fast or they'll be mangled." Sonic and Tails look through the opening. The room is filled with a huge machine with whirring gears, moving conveyor belts, and thumping jackhammers. Tied to one of the belts are two animals: their friend, Johnny Lightfoot the rabbit, and a female rat. Both are shrieking in terror as the belt moves towards the gaping mouth of the machine, which is making a hideous grinding sound. Suspended from the ceiling is a large grapple, which is moving to and fro across the room, picking up objects and moving them around. There is also a loading platform on the floor, between Boombox's hole and the machine. Sonic can jump down onto the floor. He can jump onto the grapple, or onto the loading platform. Or he can ask Boombox if he should know anything about the room.
I don't think we have time for questions. The only question is, what do we do now?
Yeah, so we can jump on the floor, jump onto the grapple, or jump onto the loading platform.
What was the loading platform again?
Let's see, it says... So there's a grapple hanging from the ceiling. It's moving back and forth, picking up objects and moving them around. The loading platform is on the floor between the hole and the machine.
Grappling hook makes no sense because maybe we can get those guys off the belt.
Yeah? What do you think, Iko?
Claw. Jump on it.
The
grappling
claw!
hook, yeah. That claw!
That claw.
Okay, that was the best one. Okay.
I do a lot of
299.
good impressions.
And that's how you get demonetized, folks. 219. Okay. All right, so without hesitating, Sonic leaps for the grapple as it glides towards the huge machine. It's a beautiful jump, perfectly timed, and he grabs the claws he grabs the claws of the device as they swing past. No problem. Sonic can either smash the grapple or hang on to it.
Smash.
Hang on to it. The whole reason for going over there was to use it as to get the dudes off the conveyor belt, didn't we?
Don't know. I mean, yeah, we can either smash it or we can hold on to it. It just said it was going back and forth picking stuff up, but it didn't say it was picking up the people per se. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Destroy.
Okay.
You want to destroy it? I don't like this, but okay, we're gonna destroy it. So it's 191. Sonic hits the grapple, his spikes whirring like a buzzsaw, and it explodes in a shower of sparks, smoke, and shrapnel. Inside are 5 gold rings. Hey!
Whoa.
Told ya.
All right. Iko knows what he's talking about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man, we have 11 rings, folks. All right. So Sonic grabs them and jumps off the ruined device, landing on the machine below just in time. The weakened metal gives way and the grapple falls to the floor with a crash. Turn to page 55. Good call, Iko. We would never have found those rings without you.
Maybe if a car is on the ceiling moving stuff, maybe you should grab onto it and hang on to see where it takes you.
Right. It could have been
I
bad.
learned
Right?
that in Sonic Lost World.
Fair point. All right. Sonic stands on top of the whirring, buzzing, shaking machine. He looks down to see Dancer and Johnny Lightfoot still tied to the conveyor belt, moving slowly towards the large opening. They're about to be swallowed up by the contraption. Sonic only has time to release one of the two animals before the conveyor belt carries them into the machine. Is it his friend, Johnny Lightfoot, or Boombox's friend, Dancer?
That ain't right.
Right? We can only save one. Who do we save?
Can we just destroy the machine and save them both by not having them go in there in the first place?
We can't. It's not an option. We have to choose.
Oh, terrible.
I mean, Johnny's our friend, right? But like Boombox kind of helped us. We don't know anything about Dancer. What if she's a horrible person?
Yeah.
Ego's just like, yeah, I don't care, whatever.
I'm heartless.
So which one do you want to save then? Do you want to save our friend Johnny or the female rat Dancer?
Gonna be honest, I'm gonna go with the friend.
Save our friend Johnny?
Yeah.
What do you think, bro?
I would really rather just save both of them by smashing the machine, but I guess if we have to choose...
We can't. We have to pick. So I guess we'll go for Johnny.
So, in my knowledge of the Sonic universe, if they're turned into machines, maybe we can rescue them from the machine later? Hope, 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 hope?
We might be able to. We might be able to. We have no idea. So we're going to have to... We'll just have to pick one and then hope for the best.
One and hope for the best.
So... And I'll be honest, I don't remember Johnny Lightfoot. I don't remember that character, so he might be unique to this book. But we're going to save him. Hopefully Johnny is worth saving and he'll help us like defeat things.
I hope so. I feel really, really bad.
Right? Okay, so Sonic leaps onto the conveyor belt and rips the ropes from around Johnny Lightfoot. The rabbit doesn't seem to be injured and scrambles for safety toward the platform in the middle of the room. Sonic, watch out! Tails' cry cuts through the din of the machine. There is a tearing, grinding sound from inside it, and suddenly a side panel bursts off, and a silver robot emerges. It looks like Boombox's friend, Dancer, encased in metal. For a second, Sonic isn't sure what to do. Then the robot whirs around, sees Sonic, and dashes at him, its arms whirling. He's going to have to fight it. Sonic must use his speed to fight this robot, which has a rating of 8. He gets no bonus for Tails. If he wins, turn to section 112. If he loses a life, turn back to 123. All right, we got to beat him. Or beat her, I guess.
I don't have a chance to insert the cartridge that we got, because that cartridge said something about silver robots.
It did, but it does not give us that option. We have to fight it.
Okay. I hope we can free the friend.
So our speed is 5. We don't get a bonus from Tails. We have to get an 8. So we need at least a 3 or higher. Oh, I'm nervous. 3! We did it!
Did it?
We did it! Alright, so we beat the robot. Now, where do we go? We go to 112. Okay. Sonic delivers the final knockout punch. The robot casing falls apart and the animal inside is released. None the worse for its experience. Boombox is reunited with Dancer, and Johnny is very relieved to see Sonic and Tails.
Well, that went well.
Yeah.
Right? I got a chance to see some of the city before they carried me to the machine, he says. Is there anything I can tell you? Sonic and Tails can ask him about their other friends, who's running the city, or whether he knows how to get past the big robot in Botman.
Friends.
No, guys, we have to learn how to defeat Botman. That's the most important part of the story.
Maybe we'll get a chance to ask that question later.
Friends are most important. Don't care about anything else. Don't care about anything else. Just worry about your friends.
Right? All right, so ask him about our other friends. So with page 32. I don't think I know, starts Johnny, but Dancer interrupts him. I know what two of your friends are, she says. I don't know why she has this accent. She just does. A walrus and a penguin? You know them? Yeah, cool. Sushi and Tux, says Sonic. Right. I saw them before when I was captured by the robots. They're in the room with the pool.
It's a
replies
pool.
Dancer. A pool, yeah.
Pool party.
A pool? Right.
Sonic's gonna hate this.
A pool, says Tails. That sounds luxurious. It isn't. Believe
Sonic's
me.
gonna have fear.
Yeah. It isn't. Believe me, says Dancer. If Sonic and Tails run to the room with their friends, turn to page 155. They can ask who's running the city, or they can ask Johnny about Botman.
I would like to ask one more question before we run off.
So the only other question we can ask Johnny besides Botman is who's running the city.
Oh, we already know that. Never mind. Let's go get our friends.
Yeah, let's go get our friends. So that's 155. I'll show you the way, says Boombox, and sets off down the tunnel. It's a long walk, and Sonic and Tails feel almost as if they're lost in a maze, until finally they can see an exit ahead. Boombox points to it. That's the pool room, he says. I'm not going in there. They almost caught me last time. I'll show your rabbit friend the way out of the city, but I can't help you here. Sorry. He, Dancer, and Johnny Lightfoot walk back down the tunnel. Sonic and Tails watch them go, then look out into the pool room. The room is huge. At its center is an enormous pool of steaming water. Above that, fixed to the ceiling, is a strange contraption with loops and tubes pointing down into the pool. It hisses and belches menacingly. From time to time, something black drops from one of the tubes and sizzles as it hits the water. In the pool are Joe Sushi, the walrus, and Tux, the penguin. They aren't enjoying themselves. The water looks very hot indeed, and there are bronze guard robots around the edge, armed with long poles, and they prod the two animals with them every time they get close to the side. The robot's cartridges, notices Sonic, say, "Eggs-cercise." Tails turns to Sonic. You tackled the last room, he says. Let me try this one. Sonic nods, not afraid to let his friend show off, because he knows he can always rush to his assistance if something goes wrong. Tails can watch to see what's going on. He can attack the guard bots around the edge of the pool. He could dive into the pool, or he can leap up to the ceiling and grab one of the loops hanging there.
Attack.
What?
Attack.
I have a feeling there's more than one robot, though. Do we really want to attack?
I mean, hanging from the loops isn't good. Jumping in the pool is going to put you in the same situation as the other dudes are.
Yeah.
And maybe drown.
I mean, part of me is leaning towards, watching to see what's going on, but I'm afraid if we watch too long, that it'll, be too late.
I would rather just attack. If things go wrong, Sonic's right there.
Yes, but considering that Sonic and Tails have to share lives...
Spin dash. Spin dash.
Spin dash. Attack.
Okay, so you guys want to attack?
Attack.
Oh my goodness, I just dropped the book and I lost our page. Oh no! Where the heck were we? Oh my goodness.
The last page I remember saying out loud was a long time ago.
Oh, I found it. No, we're good.
Okay.
I found it. There was a big picture that allowed me to help me find
That's
it. So
good.
my bad. Okay. Okay, so you guys want to attack?
Yeah.
That makes me so nervous. But okay. 197. All right. Some of the guard bots rush over to Tails while others move into strategic positions. Tails must beat 2 of the guard bots to have any hope of saving his friends in the pool. He must use his agility ability, which is 3. If both the robots have a rating of 6, if he wins, turn to 290. If he loses all his rings, cross them off of Sonic's sheet and go to 140. If he loses a life, go back to 155. Whew, Tails only has an agility of 3, and these guys are 6.
I'm gonna be close, but if we lose some rings, maybe Sonic will help?
Well, we have our shield, too. Because they share all of their stuff. So, like, we have the shield. So we won't lose rings at first. We'll just lose our shield first.
I'm willing to risk it. Are you willing to risk it?
I mean, we don't have a choice at this point. We have to fight them.
Well,
so.
in that case.
All right, here we go. Ooh, we got a 4. Okay, 1 robot down. Let's try the next one. Ooh, we got a 6! Oh, we killed it.
Hey!
Oh, Tails, you're awesome, man. Okay, if he wins, turn to 290. Rock on! Okay. 290, okay. The second guard bot explodes into pieces, and the others back off, perhaps to discuss tactics, thinks Tails. He rushes to the side of the pool and helps Joe Sushi and Tux get out. Sonic has been watching all this from the mouth of the tunnel, and he sees that the guard bots aren't moving away from the 3 animals beside the pool. They're moving between the animals in the tunnel. Tails is busy helping his friends and hasn't noticed this. It's up to Sonic to save the day again. If Sonic attacks the bronze guard bots, turn to 127. If he wants to super Sonic spin attack them, trying to blast through the wall of robots, turn to 105. If he wants to sneak up beside one and stick a new cartridge into its slot, turn to 220 or that 230. Oh, 23. Sorry. Okay, so we have Sonic can either just attack them one-on-one. He can do a supersonic spin attack to blast through all of them. He can sneak up behind him and put a cartridge in one of their slots.
The only cartridge we have is the pterodactyl, right?
Or the Botman cartridge. Don't know what that would do.
It'll probably smoke and not do anything. I like the supersonic spin
It could
attack.
destroy the robot, though. I'm leaning towards supersonic spin attack, too. What do you think, Eco?
Spin!
Yeah, I kind of think so, too. All right. And hopefully that uses our speed, so it will go well. 105. Where's 105? There we go. Okay, so wham! Sonic collides with the first robot. It spins and crashes into 2 others, which try to balance wildly with their poles, knocking others off balance and into the water. The confusion increases and bits of robot are flying through the air, as well as 3 gold rings, which Sonic catches neatly.
Hey.
Cool! I like rings.
2, 3.
Oops, I should have written that bit here, but whatever. Who cares? Within a few seconds, all the robots are down. Turn to what? Page 201. Yay! Sonic succeeds without having to roll.
Hooray.
Alright. There's a huge crash from the far side of the room, and an army of silver robots charges in across the rumble of the far wall. Flying above them is the villainous Dr. Ivo Robotnik and his Eggo-matic, bright red to match his ridiculous mustache. Underneath the device is what looks like a huge metal fist. Sonic and Tails, booms his voice, amplified to be heard over the noise of hundreds of charging robots. How exquisite it is to see you. Now it's time for your exit.
Is it deviled eggs and ham?
Something smells bad, like a rotten egg, Sonic shouts to his friends. You head for the exit. It's me he really wants. The three animals run to Boombox's tunnel and disappear down it before the robots can react. Continues Robotnik, swooping the Eggo-matic towards Sonic, leading his silver robot army. Does Sonic...
Can I make scrambled eggs out of you?
Right? Does Sonic attack Robotnik's Eggo-matic or his robot army, or does he flee down Boombox's tunnel?
Can we put that cartridge in the Eggo-matic?
Not an option, sadly. Now, mind you, it could be an option later, but like at the moment, it's not. And I'll be honest, like the like conservative side of me like wants to run down the tunnel. But the video gamer in me wants to attack him so bad.
Oh, yeah.
Attack him. I just want to piss him off.
I'm so scared that we won't be able to run away after this, though, if we fail.
I mean, what's the worst that can happen? We lose
I just
life.
want to piss him off.
I mean, yeah, but then we have to like start over from the last checkpoint. That's right. You know what? Fortune favors the bold. Let's attack him.
Attack!
Who knows? Maybe we'll beat the whole book right now. Okay, so we're gonna attack. Now we're attacking Robotnik, not his army, right?
That's my plan. Oh.
That's what I think too. All right, 92. I'll get you, shouts Sonic, leaping at the flying device and its fat controller. Okay, we have to... Oh, geez, this is not going to be good. We have to roll against Sonic's quick wits. To beat a 10?
What?
Oh, we can't do it. Because we don't have Tails.
Yeah, I was
left.
like, wait, don't go.
What about that? Didn't we collect a bonus thing that helps the quick wits?
No, we didn't take that. That was the cone thing. Or no, that was cool looks and coolness. Never mind, that was something different. We didn't take anything to help quick wits. If the roll is successful, Sonic bounces off of the Eggo-matic and you mark 1 hit on the Eggo-matic box.
1 hit?
Yeah, because, all the games you gotta hit him like 3 times.
Oh, jeez.
Actually, I think you hit him about 7 times.
Well, either way. I mean, you gotta... 3 times is a standard boss trope in a lot of these games.
Mm-hmm. Especially in Nintendo.
We can't do it, even if we roll a 6.
Roll and
We can't
see
get
what
a 10.
happens.
It's impossible.
I know. But what other options do we have?
Dude, if the roll fails, then as Sonic flies towards the Eggo-matic, he sees the fist underneath it open into a cupped hand. It swoops towards him, snatches him out of the air, and drops him into the middle of a circle of silver robots. Sonic is grabbed by 20 metal hands and held tight. Turn to page 252. Oh, Sonic is screwed.
We're dead!
Oh, attacking was bad.
Just when I wanted to piss him off.
I know, right? Alright. Held firmly by the robots, Sonic can do nothing but listen to Dr. Robotnik's fiendish voice, which is still laughing. Ha 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 ha! It goes. Ha 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 ha! Foolish hedgehog! I have you ready to be scrambled!
Eggs.
And I'll escape again, shouts Sonic. Not a chance, you irritating insectivoid. Insectivore? Insectivore.
Metroid.
My robots have been most excellently programmed to deal with you until I have destroyed your beloved Green Hill Zone with the magnificent Technobot. Ha! The mad scientist is still laughing as the robots lift Sonic above their heads and carry him away. They're holding him so tightly he can't try to spin or escape. But he could reach down to grab a cartridge from one of them. If Sonic thinks that's a bad idea, turn to a different page.
It just says a different page.
I think we should grab a cartridge.
Over the cartridge.
Well, no, it's got a number here. But we can either choose the cartridge and turn to page 43, or we could grab, or if we think that's a bad idea, we'll turn to 102.
Grab a cartridge. What else can go wrong?
It is so bedtime.
Right? We got to try, right? Grab a cartridge.
It's so bedtime.
I know. Let's see. I feel like I don't know. Maybe we're not at a stopping point, but let's try a few more sections and just see if because I have a feeling that if we're gonna get a game over, it's gonna be soon. So let's just see if we get what happens in the next couple things, and then we'll call it an episode. Okay, so Sonic's gloved hand feels around the metal chest of one of the robots carrying him until it finds the cartridge and yanks it out of the slot. The robot doesn't even notice. The word on the cartridge is execute, and it gives Sonic a bad feeling in his stomach. Okay, so now we have an execute cartridge. Write that down. Execute cartridge. Turn to page 102. Alright. The robots are carrying Sonic away, holding him securely above their heads. They trudge along endless metal-lined corridors, then turn left to face a blank wall. One of the robots does something, and a rectangular crack appears and slides aside to reveal a small room with metal walls, and filled with all kinds of rubbish. Broken furniture, empty wire coils, burnt-out transformers, obsolete video games, and so on. Also, rather obviously visible in one corner, is the entrance to one of Boombox's tunnels. The robots hurl Sonic into the room. He scrambles up to attack his imprisoners, but the door has already slid shut, and he can barely see its outline on the smooth metal. Sonic can head down one of Boombox's tunnels, explore the room and its contents, wait to see what happens, or he can try to work out how to open the door.
Oh, and tired.
Go in the hole.
Well, I would like to explore the room first, because if it's full of junk, we might find something useful.
Ah!
Oh,
And
that's
it
the
says,
point.
yeah, and it does say there's obsolete video games, so maybe there's a cartridge here we can use. So yeah, I'm gonna say search. So let's do 116. All right. Sonic searches through the junk and debris, hunting for anything useful. Along the general detritus is a leather armchair with its springs showing through, a stuffed owl, an obsolete video game, 5 carpet tiles with different patterns, a heap of files labeled My Plans to Defeat Sonic, which are all empty, a copy of a book called Successful Eggs, which turns out to be full of omelet recipes, a globe of Mobius with so many pins stuck in it that Sonic initially mistakes it for one of his relatives, an antique commode, and lots of empty chocolate boxes. It's all useless. Underneath all the rubbish, though, he finds 2 things he can use. 3 gold rings in an air vent.
Gold ring.
Nice. He takes the rings. Let me write those down.
Bling, bling, bling.
1, 2, 3. There we go. He takes the rings and wonders whether he should use the air vent to escape, head off down Boombox's tunnel, or hang around to see what happens. Ooh, now we actually have 2 ways to get out. We can go through Boombox's tunnel or the air vent.
I think Boombox's tunnel makes sense, but we also, air vents are cool.
I am very curious. Like, Boombox seems like the smart choice, right? Because we kind of know our friends are back there. And I kind of like the idea of having Tails as backup again because of the boost that he gives us. But I'm curious about the air vent.
We haven't had a choice before.
Mm-hmm.
What if we take our friends with us?
That's true. We might be able to collect our friends and then go through
I doubt
somewhere
it.
else.
If we weren't given that option before, this is new.
Yeah. Probably.
I would try the air vent. Just, what's the worst that can happen? It dead ends us and we have to go back to this room?
Yeah, fair enough. All right, let's do it. 125. 125. Okay. Sonic prizes the grill off the air vent and crawls into the shaft beyond. It's made of metal, which is not surprising since everything in Robotropolis is made of metal, and it seems to go on forever. Sonic passes a grill leading into the pool room, which seems deserted, and one for the room with the robot building machine, which has bronze robots repairing the destroyed device. Finally, the shaft passes a vent that looks out over a square of the city. Sonic kicks the grill away and steps out, almost hitting a bronze robot, which picks up the grill and puts it back before dashing away, completely ignoring Sonic. Sonic can follow the robot towards the large star-shaped building where it's head towards the city gates, or he can search the city for more of his friends who are trapped here.
Gee. You made it out. I guess we should have gone down to find Fox.
Maybe, but now we can find more of our friends, because we know that more of our friends are trapped here.
Seems like a very open-ended question. I'm really tired. I'm sorry.
It does. No, you're fine. I think that's probably a good place to call it. Let me write a note. What page we've ended on.
Arc.
Page 125. All right. Well, we've yet to die.
Just shocking.
It is shocking, actually. I'm quite shocked. We've only lost 1 life, which is not great, but you know what? Not bad. We still have 2 more lives.
16
we
rings
have 3
and a shield.
Now. Yep, 16 rings and a shield. We have 3 cartridges now to use.
Actually, 17 rings shield.
So, yeah, so we're doing pretty good. We will come back to this, and I did not think it was going to take this long, so I'm kind of excited that it's taking as long as it is. It's a good book. I'm excited. So I hope you guys will join us again for the next episode. We're going to see if we can get through this book and without dying. And we'll see how it goes.
It'll be fun.
It's been fun already, so it's going to be even more fun. And hopefully there will be more carnage and destruction of robots as we go. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Hopefully you'll come back to us when we do our next episode. And have a good night.
Good night. Bye.